I'm back, and I'm back with my snootin', my husband, and so this is like a husband tag. So I'm sitting here, and I'm going to ask my husband some questions because you guys have seen a lot of my videos, but you've only seen me talk about it, and I talk about my husband, but it's not make believe. So this is my husband right here. Okay, so babe, how do you feel now that we are pregnant for the third time?
Well,
You look in the camera.
I'm heavy, confused, worried, excited, hopeful, all of the above, and obviously uh, difficult to talk about. But that's a guy thing.
So what do you mean it's difficult to talk about?
Well, it's just a whole bunch of swirl of things. You get one moment where you sit around and everything seems fine. The next moment where you're worried about what happened or what you're going to do, about the different things that you're going to have to change because of all of the growing up that you have to do even at my age. And that's about it.
Okay, and okay, and a lot of people know, and a lot of people that's looking at this too, they've been like trying to conceive TTCing and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, what did you think about our experience with trying to conceive? And it seems like we've been pregnant. We have been pregnant now for over 2 years, even though we've had like gaps in between. But how was your experience with trying to conceive? Was it mind-boggling or?
Well, truthfully, it's the toughest thing that I've ever tried to do, and at the same time, the most rewarding and wonderful thing I've been through in my life. That's really as simply as I can put it.
So, do you think we having a boy or girl?
I have no idea.
Just a healthy baby, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, let's say you have to go into the store and you have to buy some things for our newborn. You have 4 things that you have to pick out, 4 important things. What are the 4 things that you will buy?
4 important things.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1, some gas for my wife. Number
Gas?
2, a list of stuff for my wife. Number 3.
No, that has nothing to do with the baby.
Picking up for the baby. For the baby. I don't know. And it's funny because I don't think about those things. That's not the first thing that's on my mind.
Right now, just freestyle it. Use 4 things that you need to buy for our newborn.
Diapers, food.
What type of food for our 1-day-old?
I don't know. Food that they're gonna eat to keep them alive.
Okay.
Some fun stuff to do together, and some extra hard drive space for the pictures that are going to be taken. You got to understand, I'm going to be answering like a guy, 4 guys who actually are man enough to sit down and answer. And
I understand, and trust me, there's a lot of fathers on here, and you fathers on here.
The ladies who are watching as well will understand that we think very differently about these things.
Okay, so for our newborn 1-day-old, my husband will go to the store and buy diapers.
Mm-hmm.
You will buy food.
Yeah, and I guess the other 2 things would be for you.
No, it needs to be for the baby. Can I be for me?
Be calm and let me finish what I'm saying.
Okay.
Serving you is going to serve my child.
I understand.
Therefore, making sure that you are taken care of.
Okay, but babe, you have to answer the question. It's 4 things for the newborn, not for me. So you got 2 things. You got diapers. You have food.
Yeah, toys.
Toys.
Quiet toys.
Quiet toys. And what's the 4th thing?
I don't know, some calm music.
So you would buy calm music.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. And because you come from a really small family, and see, y'all, this is the background of my husband. He comes from a really small family. So the first newborn that you really actually held was Aiden.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I have very few cousins to begin with, and any of them that have had kids, I've never even met them. So.
Okay. All right. So, okay, those are the 4 things that my husband would buy for our 1-day-old, and that's diapers. It's food, but what type of food? Like,
I don't know, baby food.
So
Girls,
baby food,
tasty food.
okay, and toys, but quiet toys.
Yeah, well, I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand that it's going to be some time before the food's there. I mean, diapers are pretty important.
Yeah, because I think babies don't really start eating. Newborns don't really start eating food until a couple of months later.
Okay,
So like a 1 day old, what type of?
she wouldn't accept my answer if I have no idea, so I faked it. Okay, just
No,
cut me some slack on that.
food is perfectly fine. Food is perfectly fine. Okay, next question. So let's say that our 1 week old is crying all throughout the night, and I happen to run over my mother's house, and you're left alone with the baby. What are some of the things that you would do to quiet down our newborn?
Wake up, spend time with them. Make sure that they, don't need to be changed. Give them food when they need to be food. Burp when they need to burp. I mean, it's not a whole lot different than a normal night with you,
Whatever. Okay, so those are pretty good. Those are pretty good answers. Okay, so what are the type of things that you notice in pregnancy? What are the pros and cons of us being pregnant? Like, what are the pros?
In what aspect?
In any aspect.
Well, the pros is it gives you something exciting to think about, purpose in life, hope, and a real connection point between you and your wife. I mean, not that there isn't a connection point, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. So what are the cons?
Your wife turns into a nutcase
And
half the time. Molehills turn into mountains, things that really just don't need to be a big deal or a big deal. But that con turns into a pro anyway, because that's stuff that me as a husband has to deal with to begin with. How to deal with situations like that. Other con. I don't know, I guess you a lot of heavy stuff that you need to sort through, which is kind of difficult to talk about, especially when you're trying to navigate through all of the.
Well, I want you to be
differences and
real. I
changes.
want you to be real as possible, because you have a lot of people in here who are pregnant, who are trying to conceive, and a lot of men who would look at this would definitely relate because of their wives being pregnant. So I don't want you to sugarcoat anything or try to make me feel good. But what are some of the things that you're just like about doing pregnancy?
For any guys that are listening in right now, this is what you call the classic trap.
This is not the classic trap. This is being real. This is being real.
The worst part about it is the up and down emotion ability completely being misunderstood. The ridiculousness of being asked to do things that you wouldn't be doing on the regular time, when all you want to do is be lazy and focus on dealing with what needs to be dealt with. That's really the worst part about it. It normally ends, at least over here in our world, after 12, 13 weeks. And then things get kind of back to normal. But,
So how many weeks do you think I am now?
well, last time you went to the doctors, it was, you were clocked in at 11. If I remember what you said correctly.
Yep. So you pay attention.
Yeah, that's the
Have
other
you
thing.
been-
You
have
got to
you
make
been-
sure that you pay attention to even the smallest, most ridiculous thing.
Babe, have you been getting any type of cravings, or have you been feeling sleepy, or?
Not really. Really just stressed out is really what it comes down to. There's a whole bunch of emotional baggage that comes along with it, and when your wife is not in a condition to speak rationally about something, you kind of have to deal with it on your own, but that's really about it.
Okay, so the hormones.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, and they said our baby is supposed to be due August the 30th.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that we're going to have a natural birth, or do you think we're going to have a C-section?
I don't know, because obviously we're going into different territory this pregnancy.
Okay.
Um,
How did you
I'm
feel?
hoping that it's a natural birth because I know that's what you're wanting.
Wanted to have as a natural birth. How did you feel when Melody? I mean, because we both went through the experience of being so overjoyed with our first pregnancy, and then that pregnancy didn't go through, and then we had a second trimester loss, and of course we miss Melody, and I'm still emotional over it. And my husband, he's been really like my backbone on it. But how did you feel actually seeing her being born? Like, not just the whole purpose, the whole thing that, you know, we were losing her, but just the whole, that was your first time being in the room and actually, you know, I remember you telling baby you have to push. And so how did you feel about that? Like seeing the whole birth process? And are you, I mean,
The truth
how
of
do you
the
feel about going through that again, but this time
the
with
truth of the matter is I still don't know. There was so much joy, but it was coupled with so much
sorry,
pain at
yeah.
the same time from the specific situation that we were in. But you know, I wouldn't have changed that for anything.
So what would you say to people out there who have had a loss and that are trying and that are pregnant again? What would be some of the things that you would say?
It's hard, but keep putting one foot in front of the other. There's not much else that you can do, and it's going to be worth it in the end, I'm sure.
And we've decided, and I'm sure that when you guys have looked at the last videos, that we're not telling the whole world that we're pregnant. We're actually going to.
I mean, of course, besides the YouTube community.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to actually have the baby, and then be like, oh, you know, we had our baby, and I know a lot of things, like people are like, well, what about baby showers and things like that? I think we should have our baby shower after the baby is born. What do you think?
I said it's fine with me.
And so, you know, I'm going to be pregnant through the whole summertime, which is cool with me because I really like the heat.
I have nothing to add to that.
I like the heat. I really like the heat. Some people are like, pregnancy in the summertime is dangerous. I really like the heat. So, and so how do you feel about us getting a cerclage put on at 16 weeks?
I mean, mixed. I'm happy because it's something that I think would be necessary, but of course I'm worried about you and your health and our baby's health. But I mean, that's how I think about most major medical things.
Mm-hmm. All right, and also too, and just to give you guys a rough history on, not a rough history, but just to sum it up on how me and my husband met. You want to tell them how we met?
Well, we met through music. We're both musicians, and you know, I was looking for an artist to work with. She was looking for an artist to work with after spending some time together. Really, I just thought she was kind of cute, so I figured I'd spend a little bit of time with her. And she turned out to be a really good woman, so you know, I got real blessed on that one.
Yeah, it kind of worked out. We dated for like a year, and then we got married in July of 2012. Yep, July the 20th, 2012. And
it's the 21st, but she doesn't want to admit it.
It's the 20th. The 21st was on a Saturday, and we couldn't book that Saturday. I know what day we got married. It was the 20th. We wanted the 21st, but we got married on the 20th. And then ever since then, we've been married.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I would do without my snootin'. But I love him very much because he's very understanding. He's very funny.
She's been too generous there.
I mean, he's very relaxed. He is. He balances me out. Well, I'm the one who, I don't want to say I freak out about everything that he's like, calm down. But I'm also the one that put fire under his toes too, because I learn the relaxed part from him, and he learns the. What do you learn from me, Boo?
To actually get stuff done, or else you have to pay the consequences. But
Okay, so if it's a boy, because this time around, well, with our babies, Matthew, my husband, I'm letting him name our children. So if it's a boy, what do you think the name is going to be?
I haven't even thought about it yet.
If it's a girl, what do you think the name is going to be?
I haven't even thought about it yet. But you know how it is. I spend a lot of time thinking about these things and taking it rather seriously. So.
And so, are you ready to start like building cribs and like putting them together and like little swing sets and stuff?
I don't know about building them, but yeah.
I mean, like putting them together. And so, do you think that a lot of people says that once you have a baby, that things change? So, are you ready for that change?
Yeah, well, I mean, even if I wasn't, it's time for it to happen anyway. So.
Yeah. And so, how many children do you think you're gonna have?
Oh, 15, 16. She thinks I'm joking, but.
That means I need to be pregnant, like, for the rest of my life.
Well, look, we've done 2 years straight. I figure we can just do another 10. I'm not worried about it.
I say after this one right here that we need to have I need at least a 1 year break. 1 year break.
You think so?
Yes, and then we can add on to that. But it's just.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah. So it's been an adventure for the both of us because again, this is our third pregnancy, and we definitely acknowledge our 2 children that has gone on to be with the Lord. We will always acknowledge them, and we're just looking forward to actually having a baby that we can bring home. So probably within like my 25th week, we're going to start on our nursery upstairs. And hopefully by then Matthew will actually have some names for the baby.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, I haven't thought about that yet. As I think when Melody, oh no, you already named her Melody, and when she was born, he gave her the middle name Michelle.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be pretty interesting of what names that he comes in. And he came up with Melody because we both love music. So that was just like the perfect name to give our little girl. So I know he's going to be really good with coming up with names with this baby that's on the way. And it's so crazy because the pictures that I showed you guys of Newt, I call the baby Newt until we find him.
No, right.
I said I have to call him something. So the pictures I had with Newt, Matthew doesn't really like looking at the pictures because it looks kind of funny because it's not like all the way developed as a baby yet.
Yeah, it's just a personal thing. I'm excited about it. But it's. You gotta understand, I'm not a big picture person to begin with, let alone. I like leaving some things to my imagination.
Yeah.
I have no other explanation than that.
Okay. All right. So, and is there any other things that you want to say to people out there who are trying to conceive and people out there who are expecting, especially the ones to the women of what their husbands may be going through and how they may be feeling about the whole pregnancy?
Just be calm and be patient with each other, and remember, love is an action, not a feeling, and respect is not always what you think it is. That's all I have to say.
Well, that's pretty wise stuff. But you said respect is not always what you think it is.
Yeah, that'll be my next blog entry for you, okay?
So those are the things that this is my husband, Matt, and right now we are, I believe, 11 weeks, even though my new doctor said that I may be like in my 12 weeks right now. So you guys already saw my 11-week vlog, but this is a husband's tag because I wanted you guys to actually see the face behind the 2 things that put this baby in here. I've been very, our nephews came over this weekend, so I had a really good time with them, but I've been really kind of like resting up and trying to take it easy. Boobs are still swelling a little bit, but they're pretty decent. I feel like my stomach is growing. Have you noticed any changes about me since I've been pregnant?
Slowly, but they don't start for another couple of weeks for real.
Okay. So I'm basically more than half of the week of 20 weeks, and I'm really looking forward to getting this cerclage put on and actually getting past the 20-week mark. I don't know. It just keeps playing back in my mind. So until then, you guys, I would definitely keep you guys posted. And this is I'm doing a husband's tag, so I've asked my husband some critical questions, and I see if there were 4 things that you had to go get our baby. Would be diapers, food, quiet toys, and calm music. And we're gonna have him to do that too, and actually put it on video to see if that really works everything out from a crying baby.
Now you see, the trick is what she's not telling you is there's going to be 15 things tagged underneath there, including ice cream, pickles, mustards, hot dogs,
Well,
and cookies.
I already have the baby, so I don't think I'm gonna be craving or anything like that. And you're just so silly. Well, we're going to see if this works. Diapers, baby food, quiet toys. What type of quiet toys are there out there?
You know, toys that are quiet.
Quiet toys that the baby can play with. A one day old baby, I don't think can actually lift his little hands up and play.
You underestimate. We're talking about my baby here.
Okay.
We've got a super genius, super dashing, super amazing kid on the way.
And he's going to want some quiet toys.
Absolutely.
And he's going to want some calm music.
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right.
Diapers are by far most important, though. I'm sure of it.
Okay. All right.
But you get to change it.
Yeah, but see, I was telling my husband before that I want to do cloth diapers. Cloth diapers, boo. They're so cute. They're like those fuzzy buns.
Whatever you want.
I'm telling you, cloth diapers are so cute. So I really want to do cloth diapers. And then when they get big, I was telling my husband I'm really interested in having those tummy tubs.
I'm not sold on the idea.
And then when they get to the point where they're kicking and stuff at like 6 months or whatever, I want to get one of those little floats that go around their necks and put them in a bath and they be kicking and moving and stuff and relaxed.
I'm not sold on that idea either.
I've been doing a lot of my homework. So I think Matthew, he's the type that he learns accordingly. So.
Mm-hmm. Trial by fire.
Yeah. All right, then, you guys, I'll be giving you a follow-up on my, wait a minute, 11/12 week review.
Maybe 13, who knows?
Yeah, but we know because we were really baby dancing and stuff like that. And I notice a lot of people out here that's trying. I'm no expert or anything like that, even though we got pregnant 3 times. But folic acid really helped out. Also, too, if you've ever seen that movie, you can listen. If you ever seen that movie, She's Having a Baby, I think we were somewhat like that, right?
Mm-hmm. I guess I've never seen the movie.
Because I was like, babe, come on, I'm going to lose it this time. The egg is just sitting there. We only have a window. And you were like, oh.
I need at least 3 weeks worth of vlogs to go through that.
Yeah, but okay. So until the next time, you guys, we're going to definitely give you another review. And remember what I said next time is that my husband's going to go to the store and he's going to pick some things out for our baby.
I guess so.
Yeah. And I mean, it's always fun to see what daddy gets too, because mommies are always like ahead of the game. Even though they haven't even really had children too, but they're ahead of the game.
I get it. Now, if there are any guys that are out there watching me, you better join my team on this one. I was just thrown this right now. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of fathers out there that are just like, hey. But, okay, so you guys, until then, we'll definitely give you an update on our progress. And baby dust to all of the women out there who are TTCing. And this is my husband, Matt Hines. All right, until then, I'll see you guys later.
testify. If you gave to me, double didn't like it, so he shot to chest me. Told I lost my melody, arose. We the song of this world, get